this episode of City View, helping Austinites keep compostables out of the landfills. Ready, Set, Plant volunteers plant trees by Austin Creeks, and Project Connect. The community weighs in on transit routes. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Well, next time you drive through an Austin neighborhood, you may notice an increase in green carts set out by the curb. Those carts are actually part of the City of Austin's curbside organics collection pilot and allow items such as food scraps, yard trimmings, and even pizza boxes to be turned into a valuable resource, compost. Keeping compostable items out of the landfill is part of the city's overall effort to achieve zero waste by 2040. About 7,900 households are already participating in the pilot, but beginning February 24th, an additional 6,500 homes will be included in Phase 2 of the pilot program. By putting food scraps in their green organics carts instead of their trash carts, customers can also reduce the size their trash cart is and pay less in utility fees. In the first year of the pilot program, nearly 2,000 tons of organic materials were collected by city crews and taken to a local composting facility. We'll keep you posted on how many additional tons of compostables we collect in year 2. And while Austinites are taking actions to improve the environment, your City Council recently took actions at the latest City Council meeting. In the wee hours of Valentine's Day morning, the Austin City Council gave the initial okay to limit the number of unrelated people living under the same roof. The proposal would cut down the number of occupants from 6 to 4 and is intended to curb what many refer to as stealth dorms, or homes which house several roommates, often college students. Friday's vote is one of 3 that the council will need to eventually put the cap into effect. Some people drink hot cocoa on the couch when the weather comes, but some people bundle up and they plant trees. These hardy volunteers participate in the Ready, Set, Plant program, which is a partnership between the City of Austin, Parks and Recreation Department, Watershed Protection Department, and the local nonprofit Tree Folks. The program focuses on planting small bare root seedlings along creeks because their small trees have small needs. This winter, volunteers planted 11,000 native tree seedlings.
I think they're really helpful because they turn carbon dioxide. They turn carbon dioxide into oxygen, and they also help birds stay away from predators in the leaves.
Visit the website on your screen to learn more about the program. Well, residents were recently invited to the first public workshop of Phase 2 of the Project Connect Central Corridor Study. This was to discuss possible transit routes and service characteristics for East Riverside, Highland, and the downtown core. During the interactive workshop, participants had a chance to review information and offer input on potential transit service, transit types, and routes within the study area.
Transportation is a huge issue in Austin. We have a lot of very difficult problems to work through. We've come a long way, though, in figuring out a general direction for some sort of mass transit corridor. We've decided now that we're going to generally aim for a corridor that comes from East Riverside and then proceeds up in the general direction of where we are today, Highland Mall. And then now what we have to talk about is a lot of the details. We've got to figure out, well, exactly what would that look like? What streets would it go on? How would it accommodate pedestrians and others along the route? And what sort of what kind of line are we talking about? Urban rail, street cars, light rail, subway, a monorail. There's all sorts of fun things to talk about in terms of figuring out how we're actually going to handle high capacity transit through the heart of Austin.
Well, if you missed the workshop, there will be several other opportunities for you to provide input, including online and via social media channels. More information about online participation and full details of Project Connect are available on the website on your screen. That's all for this edition of City View. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Our next episode will premiere on Friday, February 28th. Thanks for watching.